I haven't done one of these in a while, and I've been meaning to get one put up. I've just been crazy busy. I was on vacation and just playing catch up on everything since I've been back. But I'm going to talk about the World Champion Dallas Mavericks, my Kansas Speedway experience, and Jimmie Johnson, the driver, not the coach. So first of all, let me talk about the Dallas Mavericks, my second favorite sports team. And last night they shocked the world, and they beat the NBA champion Miami Heat. Now I say NBA champion because when LeBron sold out and went to Miami, took his talent to South Beach, as he said, they were automatically crowned NBA champs. It's another one of those teams that has to live up to the hype, and they were already awarded the title without actually going out and earn it. Well, the Dallas Mavericks had something to say about that. And I really hate that I missed the game. I had to work all the way till 11, and it was over by then, but I got plenty of updates, and I was beyond excited. The Mavs, I didn't think they'd ever win one. I always said as long as Mark Cuban's in charge of the Mavs, and as long as David Stern's in charge of the NBA, that they'd find a way to keep the Mavs from winning, but I'm glad I was proven wrong there. I'm so happy for the Mavs. Dirk and Kidd and Terry and all those guys, they're all over 30 pretty much, and it was all their first ring. Peja Stojakovic, he finally got one. It was great. A bunch of guys I never heard of because I'm a very, very casual NBA fan. But, LeBron, I think, really showed his true colors. I think he's a pompous, arrogant, I'm trying not to swear here, he's a pompous, arrogant jerk, and he's really selfish and self-centered. And I think, really, to be the best player in the league, that you have to be a leader on your team and make everyone around you better, not go to a team where he's not the best player, because I really think Dwayne Wade's the best player on that team. And I had a ton of respect for Dwayne Wade until that little mocking Dirk coughing incident the other night. That's just low class. But I'm so glad that LeBron still didn't have his ring. I still have as many rings as LeBron does, so it's awesome. Now let me go on to Kansas Speedway. I went to the STP 400 last week. I have been wanting to check out Kansas Speedway basically since it opened, because it's the local track, and it's the next closest drive to where I live here in Texas. I can't control any of the, what happens at the race or who I sit by or the temperature or anything, but Kansas Speedway is a nice facility. It's just like every other mile-and-a-half track. It's very fan-friendly. They have no smoking in the grandstands, but the people sitting next to me were wanting to smoke, and all I said is thanks for being considerate, and I never said yes or no they could smoke, and then they went off. The woman I was sitting by, she was a Mark Martin fan, she said, well, screw him, let him go back to Texas. So really classy on your move there, lady in quotes. And it was ridiculously hot. The race was probably the most boring race I've seen live, tied with probably the '08 Texas fall race. But again, these are all things that are out of anybody's control. You can't control how a race is going to go down. You can't control how hot it's going to be. It was probably 95 that day with really high humidity and just miserable. And traffic was awful. I found shortcuts that I didn't know I had thanks to my GPS in my rental car. It was an adventure getting home, but I got home quicker than I expected, which is great. I almost got Jeff Gordon's autograph, and I'm not a Jeff Gordon fan, but he was at the Chevy display Friday at the track when I first got there, and he had my hat in his hand, and he almost signed it, and he didn't have a pen. And usually I always come prepared. Then I was thinking, why doesn't Jeff Gordon have his own Sharpie, as much money as he's made in his career? But to say I almost got it is pretty cool, and I did, talk to him for a split second, right? Now, like, hey, Jeff, how are you? And that's really about it, but I'm not even a Gordon fan, but to say I have it, or say I almost got it, is pretty cool. It would have been cooler if I got it. Finally, I'm going to talk about Jimmie Johnson here. I respect the heck out of Jimmie Johnson. He's a class act. He's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet anywhere. He's an awesome driver. But he's like Emmitt Smith. He's got the best of everything. Makes his job easier. He's got the best crew chief. He's got the best team. I mean, yeah, somebody else to go out and drive it. And also, I can't stand most of his fans because they're all bandwagoners, even though they don't want to admit it. The people I was sitting by at Kansas, the woman's daughter was a big Jimmie Johnson fan, and I said, not so nicely, really sarcastically, I said, well, you're a Jimmie Johnson fan because you're a bandwagon. Everybody's been a Jimmie Johnson fan less than 5 years. And of course they all say, well, I've been with him since the beginning. I remember Jimmie Johnson in the late 90s when he was running off-road trucks and then in the ASA series. So I knew about him before anybody else did. I don't cheer for him because, A, I don't look like a bandwagoner. B, he drives for Hendrick. C, he doesn't drive a Ford. Need I go on? And his fans are really arrogant, and they have it rough. Like, when he won Talladega, I read a comment on Facebook that says, well, 16 races seems like forever. Yeah, I waited 2 years for my driver to win. Stupid junior fans are still waiting. 107 to counting. Anyway, that's really all I got this week. I'm so happy for my Dallas Mavericks. We won it. Finally, Dirk's got a ring. Dirk is the most underrated player in the league if Jason Terry's not. And Jason Kidd at 38 finally got a ring. Kansas Speedway, I don't know if I can go back again. Like I said, a lot of stuff out of my control. It was a great time, don't get me wrong. I ended up in the pits again. And Jimmie Johnson, great guy, great driver, but can't cheer for him. Alright, that's really all I got for this week. Hopefully add some more here pretty soon. Hope you guys are all doing good. Enjoy your summertime. Take care.